Hi everyone. So you have made it to the storytelling workshop where today we're going to really support you to map your own hero's journey. So welcome. My name is Natalie. I'm here from Sisters of the Rose. And for us, story is a way to really tap in to a deeper healing journey. So, through telling our stories, through connecting to our stories, through being seen and witnessed in our stories, we get to accept the things that happen to us and really do the alchemy to move forward in our lives. So, today is very much going to be a whistle stop tour to give you a framework as the storyteller that you are to basically create a blueprint for you to start telling your story, to start that journey of being able to be the alchemist of your life. Okay, so as you can see, we have a beautiful framework up on the screen in front of us, and we have 12 stages. So today, this workshop, I'm going to be talking you through those 12 stages. Okay, here we go. So, the ordinary world, this is where you begin. So grab a pen and paper. The ordinary world, this is the first box. The hero exists in a world considered ordinary or uneventful by those who live there. The protagonist is outcast in their everyday life and considered odd by the rest of society. So tune in. Is there a time in your life where you felt this? Is there a time in your life where you felt like you were misunderstood, that nobody got you, that you were outside, that you were alone? Tuning in to any memories, any imprints, anything that comes to mind. Often this can be at high school, in primary school, at university, where we really just felt like we were the black sheep. Just allowing you a few minutes just to tap into any memories, any thoughts or feelings that are coming up with regards to that first box, that first step, the ordinary world. Okay. Feel free to take your time with this, go back and forward, and basically, yeah, use this framework. It'll be recorded. You have access to this in your own time. So I'm just giving you the blueprint. Feel free to take more time on this. Second comes a call to adventure. The hero is called away and removed from the ordinary world. Usually there's a discovery, an event, a problem, or a danger that spurs them on their journey. Adventure awaits them. So for me, this call to adventure in my life was my yoga teacher training in Bali. Bali, the land of Bali, as well as the yoga teacher training, was calling me away from the world that I'd created, the world where I felt so trapped. What is it for you that called you away, that sparked your curiosity, sparked your interest, that allowed you to break free? What was your calling? Tuning into any memories, imprints, awareness around this part, this framework, this step in your hero's journey. And next, accepting the call. The hero is given a task or quest which only they can complete. They're faced with a choice to either accept the task or refuse it. Of course, they eventually accept the adventure. What is this for you? Just to name here, this is a framework of 12 steps. Some of them may not resonate. Some of them may not have juice, may not have power, may not have energy, and that's totally okay. So if this isn't bringing up anything, you can also just put it to one side and know that we don't have to fill every box. This is just, again, a framework for you to put the skeleton of your story together. Second, or fourth, is the mentor or the talisman. The hero meets a mentor who exhibits special skills, powers, or wisdom. They give them a talisman. This might be a magical object, a training, insight, or advice that they need to succeed. This is often the place where our first teacher, our first mentor comes in and supports us through giving us some kind of anchor point. Maybe it's a philosophy, a religion, a framework, something that really allows us to dive deeper, a mystery school, a body of work that really allows us to start to unravel, to understand ourselves on a deeper level. So again, allowing you some time to really consider at this point, who was that first mentor? Who was that first individual that came on your path to really provide you with some education and knowledge to start that journey of unbecoming everything that you thought you were? Again, pause this video as many times as you need to spend some time with each moment as individual moments. But next is crossing the threshold. The hero leaves the ordinary world and enters an environment they've never experienced before. The new world is its own rules, and the hero must learn to adapt if they want to survive. So maybe you've had this body of training, you've had this initiation with your talisman, with your support, mentor, your guide. And you then feel like you have the resource, the capacity to bridge, to leave, to step in to this new threshold. And for me, this point in my life was moving to India, stepping out, knowing that I had this awareness around the mystery schools, that I had this awareness around shamanism, I had this awareness around some bodies of work that really helped me understand who I was, that enabled me to take that step into this nomadic life where India was my first port of call. So sitting with that piece and allowing yourself to write any key moments, any key elements of awareness there. Next is our tests, our allies and our enemies. So the hero's faced with a series of challenges to overcome. This makes you stronger and wiser. You may come across enemies or meet other characters who become helpful companions. Again, giving yourself a few moments with anything that comes up there that may be relevant. A reminder that any step that doesn't feel resonant, that doesn't have magic, that doesn't have energy there, it's okay. Pause. It's not like every single step in this framework has to have attention. It might be that there's only 4 of these boxes that really feel like they carry a charge. This is a very unique process for everyone. The approach. This is the final battle, the supreme ordeal. In this stage, the hero is confronted with something that motivates them or prepares them to complete the final task. So maybe this is this is really a moment of courage, a moment where you're significantly tested, stripped back, bare, open, where you can really, 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 really dig deep. What was this moment for you? Spending a few moments here and being with any memories, visions, imprints, awareness of anything coming up that may be relevant for this part of your story. For me, I spent a month in India and had a Kundalini awakening on a Kundalini yoga training. So for me, this was my lead into my supreme ordeal, which was my biggest test yet. So really just considering, what was this for me? This could be over a time span of 10, 15, 20 years. It could all happen within 1 or 2. The timeline is very different for each person. And leading into the supreme ordeal, we're prepared with the skills and knowledge we've acquired. The hero overcomes the biggest obstacle yet. The tension is relieved, but they usually lose something important to them. So for me, during my Kundalini awakening, I lost my business in the UK. So I'd only gone to India for a month to do a training. And I lost my job. I lost my everything that I'd built, and I had to start over. This was my supreme ordeal, my lesson around non-attachment. It really allowed me to dig deeper. into my why, into my truth. It really allowed me to understand the strength through kind of losing everything. Often these moments of great loss are moments where we gain so much. And the reward, there's usually a reward that awaits the hero for showing up strength and endurance through the supreme ordeal. Treasure, love, information, admiration. Sitting with that, what is your reward? For me, it was ending up in Egypt. India led me to a Kundalini awakening, and I ended up in Egypt with a friend that helped me through that time. And then I was rewarded with the pyramids, with Egypt, with all of my memories from the times that I've been delivering my work in ancient Egypt as a high priestess. The road back. The hero decides it's time to return home to the ordinary world. They understand they've accomplished great fate, but they still might face further troubles or obstacles. The growth or atonement. The hero has learned important lessons through their experience and now uses this newfound wisdom and strength to confront whatever holds the ultimate power in their life. One final test. Again, taking or leaving these parts. Which parts speak to you? Which parts of your story wish to be told? And finally, the return. The return. The hero has proven themselves worthy, achieved victory, which is life-changing, returning with an object or ability that allows them to finally gain acceptance in the ordinary world. So for me, it was coming back to Glastonbury, coming back to the UK after that 3 wild years of adventure, of nomadic life, of opening, of losing everything, of finding my strength, finding my ground, and then choosing to come home, to set up a base, to set up a temple in Glastonbury, to do my work in the land that I was born. So that's the return. I'm really hoping that this session, that this workshop, this mini teaching allows you to just start telling your story, start writing, start connecting. We can only move into a new timeline by accepting and forgiving the things that happen to us. It's through these initiations of life, through our hero's journey, that we find our truth, find our medicine, and step into our power. I'll be running a lot more workshops on this. I also do this process one-to-one through our Rose Author program. So if you'd like to hear more, please get in touch with us at Sister the Rose. And for now, I'm sending you love. Until we speak again.